Welcome back, everyone, to another episode, or video, of talking about the newest Wandavision episode. So, last night at midnight, of course, as it has been for the past couple weeks, we got a new Wandavision episode, episode 6, which was based on the 90s sitcom era. Right before we get into this, though, I do want to say thank you guys so much for your love and support on the channel recently, and I hope that you guys continue to love the content that I'm putting out. With that said, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button so you guys can stay up to date with all of my latest Wandavision and other Marvel-related content. And let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing that is like very evident from even like watching it, watching the even the intro, is that this is a pure let's go for Malcolm in the Middle type of 90s sitcom. It is, I love it. It's fantastic. I love the little intro. I've probably watched it at least a couple times by now. I love that sitcom. I mean, that introduction and just the whole sitcom of like the way Malcolm in the Middle does things with this episode. One of the biggest things in the intro that I noticed was the inclusion of Agnes in the kitchen. When they give the kids their names, she's the only one with them, and then she doesn't show up outside when they take the picture. So I don't know if that's just meant to be like she's in charge of them. We don't know. Another one of my favorite things about this episode is the comic accurate suits. I mean, I know that pretty much goes without knowing, but you know, some people might not know. Obviously, though, Wanda and Vision's comic book, and not only them, but like Quicksilver, Tommy and Billy, just really cool suits. You know, they're comic accurate suits. So it was cool to see that, and then I didn't realize how ridiculous Pietro's hair was until he did it, but that was fun. Also, going outside of the barrier of WandaVision's reality, we see that Monica, they're starting to like do stuff with her blood, and that she might be starting to develop powers, which is really interesting because like in the comics, obviously she becomes Photon, and she might be able to do that in this show, like kind of like the X-Men gene, which would be awesome. They have no clue where they're gonna go with that. I remember in the beginning of this episode, she kind of talked briefly that Monica's friend, they want to like build something to like kind of go into the circle again, and her friend is a neurospace engineer, and she said that he will meet us at this this spot. So meaning that he is a he. I do think it is Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. That would be really cool. There's a lot of different theories going on right now as to like who's gonna be there. I think it's just gonna be Reed Richards. I don't think it's gonna be like Hawkeye. Some people were saying like Phil Coulson, and if you guys have watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I've made content like that here on the channel before, we know that he's an LMD now. He's not really alive. So that'll be kind of weird to see what goes on there. What else? Oh, Herb. When they're in the street and they're talking to Herb, and then he kind of just goes, "Oh, do you want me to? Is there anything you want me to do, Wanda?" And like all the kids are suddenly out, and like it's just really cool seeing the progression that they're able, like trying to push that this is a real world. Also, when Vision is like trying to escape and everything, I mean this was one of the biggest parts of the whole episode, is Vision escaping. And like the people at the edge of town, like being like lifeless dolls, it's pretty creepy, honestly. And you had like the one lady like rehooking like the ghost on the like the line, and the guy like picking up and putting down the pumpkin like repeatedly, because like they were just kind of like brain dead. Like they didn't. That was the part of town where like Wanda hasn't done the most work. And then like when they went even further to the barrier, it's like there was these people, but they were just still weren't talking, weren't moving, nothing. And it was like, it gave me like Goosebumps vibes, kinda. I liked it though. what else? Oh, obviously, you know, Vision and, well, first of all, we can talk about how Monica, Darcy, and Jimmy Woo, you know, knocked out some of those the SHIELD agents, and they kind of like doing their own thing, and they kind of left to go meet up with her friend that's the aerospace engineer. So we kind of have their own little solo adventure going on outside of the SHIELD, the SWORD agents, which is cool. And then when Vision escapes, and then, you know, obviously he starts deteriorating because he's not alive in the real world. And then we see that Billy finally gets his ability, as does Tommy when, you know, he finds out that he has super speed. And then Billy finally gets his ability, finds out that, you know, Vision is not okay and that he's deteriorating. They even put Darcy, like, on the like they chain her up, put her on the car, so we don't know what happened to her. We know that that Wanda found out about Vision, she purposely expanded her like thing, and that was like the end of the episode. Like everything was like the helicopter became like a hot air balloon and all this different stuff, and it was just kind of funny. But yeah, guys, I really cannot wait for the next episode. I'm hoping we get to see Reed Richards as Mr. Fantastic. Or not Reed Richards, yeah. Someone as Mr. Fantastic. That would be pretty awesome. I would be really happy with that. So hopefully we do get to see that. And with that said, guys, I will see you guys in the next episode of WandaVision. Also, let me know in the comments if you guys would want me to see my live reactions to these, because I can definitely do that. I'm definitely going to start doing it when the Falcon and the Winter Soldier starts. Obviously, you guys just saw the trailer. If you haven't seen my trailer reaction yet for that, that'll be up here or in the link in the description. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next episode of whatever I decide to make. All right, peace, guys.